Alrighty, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another stream, my friends. I hope everyone is doing well. We are picking up on our storm coverage, or storm spotting stream here. We got a little bit of storm activity popping off nearby. I got a couple of storms starting to kind of develop out here by Lakeland, in which we are monitoring here, as we could definitely get some storms here within the next little bit, which hopefully we'll get something. Yeah, yesterday was kind of a bust. We really didn't get much yesterday, but hopefully today will be a little bit different. We do have a little bit of sea breeze and outflow boundary action going on over my area here, so there could be some good collisions going on, and possibly some new storm development here relatively soon. So anyways, what's up, guys? Let's see here. What's up, Mark? Hope you're doing good, man. Hello. Hey, Sydney, what's up? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Ben? Saying, I'm ready for hurricane season in Florida. Oh, I am more than ready, my friend. I am so ready, dude. Oh, I can't wait, dude. Honestly, that is my favorite time of the year, is hurricane season, in which, yeah, I'm ready. Let's see. Mark says they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm watch for Mobile. Are they? No, we have one for Georgia. We have a severe thunderstorm watch, and we also have one up here towards like western Texas. A little bit of activity going on here today. Today's risk overall is a level 2 threat, so we have a slight risk today. Actually two slight risks today, I should say. We have one up in there in southern Texas, southern western Texas, and another one across, like Georgia. Of course, out there by Alabama and Mississippi as well. Today I'm in a thunderstorm threat, but models do show a pretty good amount of storm activity kicking off over me within the next little bit. And looking at the current radar, it does look like we are starting to get some cells starting to fire off here. So, what's up, Tabletop? Starting to worry about my area again? I wouldn't worry about it, dude. Just stay weather aware and, just make sure that you are just monitoring the weather. That's all you can really do, my friend. What's up, Beth? Saying hello, Andrew. What's up? Hope you're doing good. It's on a mesoscale discussion. Oh, gotcha. Let's see here. Real Time says, hi, Andy. What's up? Hope you're doing good, Real Time Storms. It's good to have you guys here. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. It's good to have you guys here. Back with some more storm spotting. What's up, Jeff? Saying hello, all. What's going on, my friend? Hope you are doing good. What's up, Pro Magic? So, like I said, we have a bit of storm activity starting to pop off here. We have a lot of storms starting to kick off across Florida. Models really did show quite a bit of storm activity firing off here within the next little bit. So, like I said, we have a lot of outflow boundary activity going on here. A little bit of sea breeze action going on too. And we got quite a few storms that are popping off across the region here, in which over us, there's actually an outflow boundary that's starting to kind of impact my area here, which it looks like we have a cell out here in West Lakeland that's starting to fire off. So we'll definitely need to keep an eye out there for that. Also in the distance there, we do have a nice cumulus cloud that's kind of growing up there. So definitely quite an unstable atmosphere going on right now. Let's see here. What's up, Mark? What's up, Ponderosa? What's up, Miss Aries? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Ben? Have you ever considered storm chasing? It's kind of dangerous, personally, driving in those conditions and everything like that. I personally just like to, relax and just watch them come to me because, at some point you do get some storms, especially here in Florida. You get quite a bit of storm activity. You definitely do. Storms kind of come to you in Florida instead of you going to the storms. Anyways, let's see. What's up, David? Saying, how is Liberty, Mississippi looking tonight today? You guys, I think y'all have a slight risk today. I am not mistaken. I think you're in the level 2 threats. Let's see. Out there by Hattiesburg, we do have that level 2 threat here overall. Liberty, I think. Here, let me pull this up real quickly for you. Liberty, Mississippi. Let's see what we got. What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing good, my man. All right, Liberty, Mississippi. Here we go. Oh, wow. Why is that taking me to Missouri? That's weird. Hold on. Here we go. Liberty, Mississippi. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, you're in a level 2 threat, my friend. So you do need to be weather aware, of course. Tornado-wise, we do have a 2% chance, pretty low and odd. 15% wind threats, and a 5% hail threat overall. So we do, in fact, have a threat for severe weather today, my friend, and you should be watching it, okay? Anyways, yeah, we're definitely starting to get some storm activity nearby. Hopefully we'll get some good ones here soon. I am desperately needing it. We need it so bad. It's been super dry out here, man, I tell you. Looks like we're starting to get some activity there on the right side of the camera. You know, that was pretty clear when we started the stream, and it looks like it's starting to pick up a little bit. Anyways, let's see. Real time says monitoring closely. We have a 15% slight risk on day. On day 3 on for Friday. Oh, gotcha. You mean day 1 and day 3, maybe? Gotcha. We'll stay safe. What's up, Chris? Once again, hope you're doing good, my friend. Let's see here. What's up, Frankie? Hope you're doing good. Good to have you here. Always good to have you. I'm at day 4 risk for Friday. Oh, gotcha. Jonathan says, hello, I live near Sanford, Florida. Do I think we'll have any chances of storms coming today? So a lot of Florida today does have the threat for storms this evening. You know, we actually are expecting quite a bit of activity. So over by you, it certainly could be possible. You know, actually right now you can kind of see there's storms all around you, which typically happens with me. I wouldn't rule it out, though. You know, the atmosphere is pretty unstable. Oh. There's a severe thunderstorm warning that just got issued just to my northwest. I'm surprised my radio hasn't gone off. That is quarter hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really surprised my radio didn't go off. I have my radio on, so, and that's like the county right next to me, so it should go off. Maybe it's late? Here, hold on a second. Let me turn on the radio for a second. Let's see if it mentions that at all. There it is. Oh.
Quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated.
Well, there it is.
Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Zephyr Hills West, Zephyr Hills Municipal Airport, Dade City, Zephyr Hills North, Richland, Zephyr Hills South, and Dade City North. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following county: Pasco, Florida.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm really surprised that it didn't go off, essentially. I need to look into that. Not really good. So that's for Pasco County. So, just a bit of a heads up there to my folks. Yeah, this storm is actually really not far from me. The one that's severe warned. Let's see here. They put, quarter hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. All right, anyways. Let's see. What's up, Frankie? What's up, Savannah? Good to have you here. Let's see. Real Time says, have I seen or heard about the forecast for the southern states for hurricane season from NOAA? They're calling for an above-average season. I did see the Hurricane Center's forecast this year. Slightly above active. I don't think it's going to be as active this year as it was last year. You know, actually, we're supposed to be near end-zone neutral conditions here. Typically, La Niñas are the really active years for the Atlantic due to the fact that, you know, there's weaker trade winds and everything. And, you know, it depends on sea surface temperature anomalies and stuff. If things are hotter than usual, then could definitely allow for a more active season as, you know, more development could occur. But, yeah, I mean, given that, everything's pretty warm already. I mean, it's almost time. But anyways, what's up, Michelle? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Good to have you here. Let's see here. Sharon, did you get a good storm or something? Oh, you got rain in Florida. Nice. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to get some soon. Actually, we have a new warning to the south now. These storms are actually starting to go severe, which is really interesting. Like I mentioned, you know, today's risk out here where I'm at is a level 0 thunderstorm risk out there, and we have severe thunderstorms starting to get issued. So we have one south of me. This is also for quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts on them. We have one up here to the north, out by Zephyr Hills. This one's quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. So, anyways, we got it first coming your way. Let's take a look at the motion of them. Taking a minute to load here, of course. Is there? I wonder why. Here, let me refresh this page here. Maybe that'll help. I did have this thing running like all night, so that's probably why it's lagging a little bit. Let's reload that. Maybe that'll help. Sometimes it does. Yeah, it seems to have helped a little bit. So, ooh, one thing I'm starting to notice, y'all, is that storm, that severe warned, you can see is actually producing an outflow boundary, in which could enhance these storms here that are already starting to develop here by increasing the vertical wind shear. That could be a concern for areas like where I'm at. So that is actually pretty good news for me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. On the camera, this is pointing southeast, so this is pointing away from the storms right now. But obviously, if a storm fires up over us, then yeah, you're gonna see it. I tell you, we get some pretty intense lightning sometimes down here, in which it does look like that these storms are no exception. The ones that are popping off here. And by the way, if you guys are new here, we do have our Mesonet data too in the top, as you guys can see. Temperatures and dew points are offline right now. I broke my temperature sensor. I'm in the process of replacing it, just waiting for the part to come in. But pressure readings, rainfall readings, and wind readings are up to par. So those will be coming in every second. We get secondly data coming through, which is really, really nice. And the best of the best, basically. So that is that. But yeah, so now we got good views. We got Mesonet up and everything. We got radar. Pretty much everything we need to be tracking and spotting these storms here. So we will definitely be keeping a close eye. So we do have that cell that's in northwest, kind of West Lakeland here. We're going to go ahead and pause this really quickly. Kind of look at it. Oh, also, there's a cell to the south here starting to flare up a little bit here. Our winds might be picking up soon, because it looks like we're getting ready to probably get some of that outflow here from that southern storm here pretty soon. So that'll increase those winds and everything. You thought storms came from the west? I mean, typically, but not always. It just depends on like currents, like the jet stream throughout the atmosphere. Different layers, moves at different speeds and directions, and not always. All right. Anyways, see, let's go ahead and play this in motion just a little bit here. Yeah, that storm honestly looks like it's still picking up quite a bit of strength here, the one over by Zephyr Hills. So, for Pasco County, heads up, y'all. We do got to watch out there for this one. Let me actually bring up the models real quickly. I did want to show you guys this here. We actually have a new run that's coming through now, which I'll go ahead and bring up for y'all. So over my area here, which I'm going to go ahead and turn on my AC for now. Over my area here, you can see that later on, according to the HRRR, you can see that a lot of storms do end up firing. You can kind of see right now we have the cells to the northwest. We have some to the south here. And as we progress our way over the next little bit, you can see that over Lakeland, we possibly could be seeing quite a bit of storm activity here developing within the next little bit. So that's kind of what we're looking out there for right now. Like I said, all that activity right now is going on behind us currently. So that's where the activity is right now, is kind of behind us, and it's kind of working its way towards the camera here. So we will definitely keep an eye out there for that. Also for stuff happening in the distance too, we'll need to look out for. Anyways, what's up, Cheryl? Saying Austin, Texas had some wild storms last night. Scary. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Cheryl. That's what matters, my friend. I don't think Austin. I don't think there's much of a threat for Texas here. Here, let's hop back over here. I know we have western and southern Texas included, but Austin's in the level 1. Dallas is out of the risk today. A little bit of a risk for thunderstorms today, still out by Dallas, but nothing severe. You can kind of see the southern western side of the state here. We do have, that level 2 threat today. Tomorrow, we got just another 2 little level 2 threats. Tomorrow should be pretty calm. More storms in Florida, typical Florida day. And then day 3 here, we are looking pretty good, which that would be here for Thursday. Yeah, day 3 would be on Thursday here overall. So, and then of course, actually day 4, going into this upcoming Friday, the Storm Prediction Center does have a level 2 threat for portions of the Carolinas and Georgia out here. So, coming up here to to Friday, we do got to keep an eye out there for that. Okay, so just a bit of a heads up to my folks out there. So, I mean, nothing super wild, no, super big outbreaks or anything like that expected over the next couple of days, but there definitely could be some severe weather. So that's what we got to really look out there for. Anyways, let's see here. I got you, Cheryl. Let's see here. Western parts of Texas rarely get severe weather. I beg to differ. Typically, south and slightly west central usually gets really big hailstorms associated with the drier air from the southwestern U.S. And the moisture that makes its way through sometimes from the Gulf. Ooh, winds are picking up. Look at that. We must be getting in one of those outflow boundaries now. Yeah, we have to, what was that, 6 miles an hour? Caught that last second there. Yeah, right now we're at 5 miles an hour. But, yeah, I mean, typically sometimes if you have a dry mid-level atmosphere and a good amount of surface moisture, that could actually get some big hailstones going if your updrafts are strong enough, in which, west central Texas kind of is in one of those locations where it gets some of that dry air from the southwest and some of the moisture from the Gulf. But anyways. Let's see here. What's up, Evans? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Real-time Storm says, if day 4 upgrades, it would only be enhanced for now. We'll just have to see real-time, We're going to have to take a day at a time. A lot of people like to look like super far out and wonder if it's going to get upgraded, which I can understand, but, I usually like to take it just, one day at a time. Of course, we let you know if there's anything going on elsewhere, but, upgrades or anything like that, I usually wait till the day of. We just had 7-mile-an-hour winds there. Yeah, I think we are starting to get some of that outflow here. Take a peek here back at the radar. Ooh, yeah. You know what's actually happening now? That cell to the south is really not far from me. You see those dark clouds at the top, right near the trees? Those are starting to build in too. Also, one thing I will notice, or I am noticing now too, is that it's getting more darker, visibly darker. I don't know if the camera can pick that up well, but yeah, we're kind of casted in a shadow right now. There is some storms that are kind of building into the region here, so we're going to have to keep a close lookout for it. What's up, Gavin? Hope you're doing good. Texas has been getting it. Yeah, they really have. They really have. Same thing as like the Midwest. I mean, for forever it seems, they've been getting a lot of nasty weather and stuff like that out there. Models, like weather models here in the future kind of suggest, the possibility for kind of more storm activity as we work way into next month. Let me take a moment to show you guys this real quickly. And for that, we're going to have to hop to the GFS here. So let's go ahead and bring you all over here real quickly. So here's the GFS model. You guys can see this is the jet stream. You guys can see the time and the date up here. This is in UTC. So we work our way down in time, right? So you can see as we work our way through going into early next month, the GFS kind of has this trough, working its way here into the southwestern U.S., in which we're going to have to monitor that because, that's a classic setup for severe weather, at least kinematic-wise, which indeed could bring in enough moisture and enough instability to fire off maybe some severe weather early next month. you know, it's still a little early to be for sure. And you know, we're still going to have to monitor it, but there could be some severe weather coming up for early next month. I do want to mention that with you guys, just to, you know, kind of get that out there. But so yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye out there for that. But it is a pretty strong signal. Looking over here at the European model too, the ECMWF, you know, you can see there is a bit of agreement too. Euro also suggests that that long wave trough that kind of works its way down here deep into the southwestern U.S. and then kicks up a lot of shear cross portions of like the Central Plains and, you know, the Midwest and everything like that. So that certainly could be a bit of a concern here in the future regarding the severe weather threat out there. So we'll have to see. We will have to absolutely see. Anyways, yeah, it's definitely gotten a little bit more windier out there. Let's take a look back at the camera real quickly. Ooh, look how dark it's gotten. Yeah, so that's shadows being casted from these storms that are near me. Oh, buddy. Yeah, there is definitely some cells starting to develop out near me. We'll keep a close eye on that. All right. What's up, Renita? Saying, hi, Andrew. What am I going through? It's hitting here now. Please, what kind of winds? So right now, actually, you are in a severe thunderstorm watch. You're in a non-severe storm. This is just a little bit of heavy rainfall, a bit of lightning activity. To be honest with you, these guys right now, like I said, are not currently severe warned. So I just stay indoors away from windows. I mean, there definitely could be some gusty winds within them. But yeah, velocity does not really show anything super significant really going on. So the winds, I mean, they could get pretty gusty, but, you know, nothing extreme right now. Anyways, how is South Mississippi looking today? So we have a bit of severe weather out there, Camden. We got to keep an eye out there for it. We actually went over this a little bit ago. You know, you can see we have a little bit of storm activity popping off here now. SPC does have that level 2 threat for areas down south towards like Hattiesburg. So we'll need to be keeping an eye out there for that. What are the materials I got to build your Mesonet? All kinds of fittings. You know, we got steel. I'm just, yeah, there's a lot of it. I'll show you the parts that I have for my Mesonet. If you're interested. Here. 1 second. I'll show you these really quickly. This is my weather station here. By the way, the temperature, of course, is off, like I mentioned, because of, yeah, I broke my sensor. But anyways, this is all the stuff I have here. Sorry. Wait a minute. It's been a while since I actually looked at this. Hold on. Site information. There we go. Yep. So you got my anemometer, what I used to have for a temperature sensor. I ended up getting a new one of those, HMP 35C. That's my dew point probe I use. I use the barometric pressure transmitter. Yeah, this is just all the stuff. NWS standard stuff. That's the old iteration of my Mesonet, but I got it upgraded since then. Which, I mean, I showed you guys in the last episode what our Mesonet used to look like. I can bring it up, though, and show you guys again. Here, let's hop back to cam so you guys can look at the clouds while I pull this up real quickly. Let me see. I think I posted it in our community page, didn't I? I did. This is at least the anemometer part that I posted. Right there. That's the big upgrade, was the crossbar I did. And static dissipator, too. Helps with the Florida lightning, man, I tell you. So all that data is being transmitted right now on our screens. You guys can see in the top. Once again, the dew point and temperature is a little off right now, but we're going to get that fixed here whenever I get my new temperature sensor. Did I upload the other pictures? I don't remember if I did or not. Oh, I guess I didn't. I could show you on my phone, maybe? I don't know if it would work very well, but we can try it. Yeah, a lot of people were really interested in this, which it is super cool. I love it. Here, let me go ahead and show y'all. Here you go. I don't know if y'all can see this very well. Not really. So there's the main box y'all can see. And then the, yeah, there's the solar panel, that block you see on the left. And then the anemometer's way up there. Anyways. Anyways, yeah, you're welcome, Renita, no problem. No problem at all. Yeah, it's definitely starting to cloud up a bit. Winds are building in. Let me take a peek back at the radar real quickly over here. Let's see what we got going on for us. By the way, y'all, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's good to have you guys here. And leave a like if you could. Maybe share this too. Yeah, there's a bunch of little pop-up cells nearby that are definitely starting to pick up here. And yeah, you can see, I mean, it's those clouds are gray because of the shadow that's being casted from the storms that are behind me. Is that off my porch? No, it's actually out my office window. So it protects my camera from the rain because, yeah, that's the last thing I need is this thing to get soaking wet and get broken. But, hey, you know what? We got it to work. That's all that matters. There's a pretty good outflow boundary coming off of that storm here, y'all. You see that big noodle on the bottom of the storm? So that's your cold air downdraft from within the storm. That colder air is sinking back down and pushing out towards us. Also got another little outflow boundary here. Which way is that? Oh, that's going eastward too. Ooh. We're about to have some collisions going on here. There could be some new storm development over by Highland Park here in a little bit. Yeah, whenever you get two outflow boundaries or sea breezes that come into each other, they kind of force each other upwards, which can force an updraft in a storm here. This one, whoa, this one cell is building up near me. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. This thing is right up on me. Hold on a minute. Yeah, dude, this sucker is like right next to me. That's probably what that gray cloud on the right-hand side is. I don't know if we're going to get it or not, but hey, it's close. It is really close. Hopefully that thing will pick up in some strength here, dude. We need it. Give me the rain. It's been so dry. Yesterday was a bust, dude. Yesterday was terrible. Where I'm at, we had nothing. Nothing. We had some storms around me, literally like in a complete 360 around me, but we did not have a single storm. And then the day before was, not really any better. A little bit better. We had a little bit of rain, and then the day before that, the first spotting stream we did, that one was, we got a pretty good amount of rain out of that storm there. Wow. If you guys scroll back to the beginning of the live stream and you look at the sky compared to now, you're going to see some big differences. The sky then was pretty much blue. Pretty much blue. How does Florida get storms so randomly? That's a really good question. So in Florida, we have two big bodies of water around us, right? We have the Gulf and we have the Atlantic, which constantly supply, high-end moisture to the ground levels and mid-upper levels as well, and mostly lower levels with all that moisture. But anyways, so then you get daylight heating. So the sun, radiates and it heats up the ground, which actually creates a void, an area of low pressure across central Florida. And so what happens is the higher air pressure around Florida, so from the coastlines, comes inward. So, trying to fill in that void, the higher pressure around it, around Florida, tries to fill in the void. And that's what we call sea breezes, because they're actually the boundary of which, the air is coming in from the waters. Oh, look at the winds here. So, and those sea breezes are great initiators, and they are really good, way of getting an updraft and, getting that moisture that is on the ground into the cooler, more drier upper levels. Does that make sense? There's a lot to it, and I could talk about this all day, but that's a part of it. Constant moisture in the heat, that'll do it. Typically not much strong wind shear. Typically the storms we do get aren't severe because of the fact that we're pretty far south and the main jet stream doesn't usually go over us, really organizing those storms. It's mostly just kind of a quick little, there and done type of storm. Anyways. But yeah, looking now, we got some reports of lightning literally about a couple of miles near me. I'm not saying exactly where. but we are around here, right around this storm here. So that is a cell that is developing just on the right-hand side of the camera there. Right on the right-hand side of the camera. So we shall see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on those winds up there, too. Also the pressure as well. Keep an eye out there for that. Pressure right now is 1,017 millibars, or HPA, which is sea level pressure. It is corrected for the altitude. Why does it come from the west? That's typically the jet stream flow in the continental U.S., going from west to east due to the Coriolis force. Yeah, the Coriolis effect is very interesting. Let's see here. What's up, Storm Watcher? Saying, hey, Andrew, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully you're doing good yourself. Ooh, wait, is that a new cell developing? Oh, well, I mean, it is. Yeah, there's a new cell up here to the left starting to fire off. 7 miles an hour right now. Let me take a peek and see what our max winds are so far. We're gonna keep on looking at that every once in a while. Yeah, branches are moving. Oh, 12. Whoa, 14. Did y'all see that? 14.7 we just got to. Oh boy, yeah, it's getting pretty windy out here. Goodness. Yeah, that was a pretty big gust, wasn't it? Had to have been the some of the downbursts. There's a lot of outflow boundaries and stuff here. There's also, oh, I just saw a flash of lightning. See if you guys can hear them. Turn off my AC. I don't know if y'all just heard that. There's a little bit of a lightning there. A little bit of thunder. Did y'all hear that? I don't know if the mic picked up on it or not, but it's starting to cloud up a bit. I think we went live at a perfect time. Like we mentioned, the HRRR really did show quite a bit of storm activity developing over us here pretty soon. Wait, is it raining? It's raining right now. I hear the rain hitting the roof. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see the rain falling now. Yeah, we're going to keep a close eye on that pressure and that in those wind speeds. Been thunderstruck. AC/DC, good song, good band. What's up, Mark? Late check-in. Hey, Drew and fan. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Ooh, wow! Did you guys see that? That's dang, dude. Oh, that was pretty cool, dude. I don't know if y'all just saw that or not. Oh, jeez. There's a flash on the right-hand side. Yes, indeed. Oh, dude. We're going to get it, aren't we? I think this outflow boundary from this storm right here is going to initiate those storms even further. It's going to... Whoa! Holy cow, that scared me to death. Dude, my heart just dropped. Jeez. Yep, that's Florida for you. That is Florida for you, my friend. Those random strikes will always get a jolt out of you, man. Holy cow. The Sunshine State. Hey, you know what, though? I've seen it rain and be sunny at the same time, so... Wow! Man, that's enough to get the adrenaline going. As much as I'd love it, I hate those ones that are like, I can't see it, because I did not even see a flash of lightning either. Oh, dude. Wow. That was really cool, though. So yeah, these storms right here are indeed. This is the cell right here that's doing it. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm just enjoying that very, very much. Yeah, that outflow boundary is right here, and that's coming in our direction too. Oh, you know what? That storm right here, that's probably going to be increasing the storm strength. Sheesh. Yeah, I mean the sky right now is pretty. I don't know. There's some gaps, but it's definitely getting more unstable, as you can kind of tell. That that one what you call it? The side on the right there is starting to really get dark too, from that cell. Hopefully, we'll get a good lightning strike in frame. That would be awesome. Hey, I mean, we already got the one. Yeah, that one, dude. I felt that in my chest. Oh, buddy. Let's see here. Texas, I always could stand outside and film storms. I tried that in Florida. I was in the house quick. Yeah. Dude, lightning in Florida is no joke. Florida has some crazy lightning. And we're probably going to see a lot more. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. That cell next to me is actually growing, it looks like. Oh, man. Yep, that's good. Here, y'all, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Y'all, we are back. Yeah, that right-hand side's definitely starting to pick up a little bit. Getting a little bit more dark. Let's see here. You have a friend near Naples? Gotcha. Very cool. Here, let's take a look back at the radar real quickly. Yeah, so that's the storm right there that's doing it. Yo, what's up, Aesthetic? Welcome, welcome. We are getting a pretty good storm right now. New special weather statement. Is that for us? Where is that for? There's some thunder there. Wow, dude. Citrus County, north of Tampa. Oh, okay. Dude, this cell is growing quick. Here, let's see. Can I turn this a little bit? Maybe. I'm trying to get this to be within frame. Here, we'll keep it there for now. Yo, what's up, Daniel? Hope you're doing good, man. We are getting a storm right now. Ooh. We are kind of in for it right now. There is a growing cell to my southeast. Sprinkled here than nothing. Ah, yeah, I got you. Top E sometimes. That rain's picking up quite a bit. Thank goodness, dude. We need this rain. Holy cow. Sounds good, Daniel. I don't really watch that anymore, to be honest. But yeah, I was paying attention to it earlier. Come on, give us a good strike, man. Yeah, dude, it's starting to pour now. Holy cow. If you get rain, I get rain. Come on, lightning, give me a good one. I need a good one. Right in frame of the camera, please. Yeah, Court, I know. Florida, also known as lightning capital. Yeah, that is for sure. For sure. Dude, it's got that earthy smell right now out there. Winds are at 8 miles an hour. 11. 13. Yeah, winds are getting a little gusty out there. 9 miles an hour. 11. 12. 13. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, for real. Come on. Yeah, I'm scooting a little bit further away from the window, just because it's not very safe to be next to the window when there's lightning. Yes, indeed, it's water. Good old H2O from the sky. I think pressure's about the same, to be honest. There really hasn't been much lightning activity. Knock on wood. Am I measuring the water? Yeah, you can see the rain gauge up there. I'm surprised it hasn't gone up at all yet. I think there's been something wrong with my rain gauge. I need to get it reserviced. But I mean, everything else is in working order perfectly. Yeah, you know, I think that outflow boundary up there that you guys can kind of see here. Let me grab my mouse here. Right up here, that you guys can kind of see this outflow boundary just north of me that is tracking its way towards my direction, which I am over in here. And we're getting this storm right now. This is the storm that we're in. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of a cool down temporarily. You got 3/4 of an inch. Nice. That'll definitely be very beneficial. Oh, here comes the wind. Wow. Yeah, humidity really builds up afterwards because you get all this water around you. Let's see, is that some rotation over? I am not looking at that right now, but I can pull it up real quickly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do got a pretty good storm here just northwest of Orlando that's starting to pop off here. Goodness. Let's see here. No, I don't see no rotation going on out there. I'm sure if there was, weather service would be on it. Let's see. Last night's storm woke me. Oh yeah, very loud thunder. It'll do that. It'll do that. I tell you. Yeah, right. Right now it's a pretty consistent rainfall. By the way, y'all. By the way, y'all, if you could consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Dude, it is coming down. Love it. You guys don't know how happy I am to finally have rain back here. We desperately needed this rain, dude. Oh yeah, it's coming down. Oh, 13 miles. 17 to that. Whoa! Did you guys see that? We got up to 17-mile-an-hour winds there for a second. 15.8 right now. Top right. 17.8. 23? What? Dude, man. 23. Sheesh. Dude, pressure went up, and that's telling me we're in the downdraft. Holy cow, man. If the pressure went up, and we got those sudden winds, that is telling us that that is a downdraft in the storm. Let's go, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, Jack, you're probably going to get auto-modded here in a little bit. Dude, pressure went up a whole millibar there. Wow, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're averaging a good 10 miles an hour right now. Here, let me pull up my phone and check the max we had. Dude. Wow, man. Yeah, pressure just instantly shot up. Ponderosa says crazy. Yeah, I agree. 24-mile-an-hour wind gusts is what we had, dude. That's what it rounded up to. 23.68 miles an hour is what we peaked at. Yeah, so the pressure did do a sudden increase while the winds increased as well. So that was the storm's downdraft we were just in. That was the downdraft air that was coming back down. I can tell you it is noticeably cooler. It is definitely noticeably cooler outside. Dude, you know what? Even if that's all we get today, I am thankful as heck that we got a good storm. Wasn't a whole lot of lightning on it, but there was a lot of rain and a lot of winds, actually. 24 miles an hour, dude. That might not sound like much, but for an afternoon thunderstorm on a non-severe day in Florida, that's a pretty strong storm. 24 confirmed for my Mesonet. Winds definitely look like they've calmed quite a bit. Pressure kind of, I think it might have dropped a bit. Yeah, pressure I think did drop a little bit as we're out of the downdraft now. Goodness gracious, dude. Man, only if we had our temperature in our dew point stuff going right now, man. I tell you. I'm still really watching out for this one cell, though, like we mentioned, guys. That is to the northwest of me. That outflow boundary is heading towards me, and I think this gust front is... Oh, yeah. Look at that, dude. The gust front here, y'all, is actually causing those storms to strengthen. So that guy is likely going to strengthen over us. So I don't think we're done yet. I really do not think we're done. Let's see here. Look at that cell collide with the outflow boundary. Weakened a bit. Well, the one's actually strengthening a little bit. It did weaken temporarily, but now it's picking back up strength here. Because it might have cut off its updraft to begin with, and then it reinitiated that, more than likely. It likely, like, snipped it before, you know, continuing it, so it picked back up. That is so cool, dude. And I'm sure we're getting ready to get a heck of a view. Is that a pink cloud? Yeah. Kind of. I don't know why it's pink. It's pink on... In real life, it's not pink. In real life, it's gray. I don't know why it's showing up as pink on my camera. Oh, man. Thank goodness that we got some storms today. I hope you guys are enjoying this stream. Y'all like me doing these streams more? You could just see my pure excitement whenever we get storms. You know, I've always been like this, even off stream. So it's like... whenever we do, it's nice, dude. I tell you. It is so nice. Well, the good news is that the window is starting to become more see-through, I guess. So we should be able to see that storm, because it is kind of just east of me now, slightly. I'm kind of pulling away from it right now. We you know what? We very well could be seeing some lightning, hopefully soon, on this view. Consider we're kind of on the back end of the storm. But I don't think we're done, because we have that outflow boundary that's coming through right now. You enjoyed the storm spotted live stream? I'm glad you guys do. And I tell you what, man, us in Florida, we get a lot of these. Of course, it was cool when you would help us overnight with storms. Yeah, I'm still going to do that, but it just hasn't been any significant severe weather. You know, like no moderates, no enhanced really at nighttime. A lot of the storms, from what I've saw, have been fading out at nighttime. You know, not as potent, I should say. Wait a minute. We are probably getting ready to get some pretty good storms here just east of us here. We have two, I think that might be the sea breeze. You can see where it initiated a storm. Either that or two outflow boundaries are colliding. That's going to force an updraft, causing the air to go up. And then this is a storm that we dealt with just here. Let's see here. And just like that, it's like it never rained. I love how my rain gauge shows 0 inches. No, we probably got at least a good 3/10 inch, I'd say, out of that. Maybe, if not, a half of an inch or so. I do need to get my my rain gauge serviced, so I'm going to work on that at some point. Let's see here. Sheridan, Andrew, prayers to both in all Florida for your hurricane season. I appreciate it. And you bet I'm so going to do this whenever we do get hurricanes. Y'all knew that. Y'all know that. Renita, coming in with a $10 Cash App donation. Renita, thank you so much for the Cash App donation, my friend. Coming with a $10 Cash App donation. Big shout out goes to you, Renita. Thank you so much. Big thank you. You guys in chat, please give Renita a big thank you for the support. You know what? That could really help go to our new camera, in which I could get even better footage for you guys. So maybe I'll start a camera fund at some point. But once again, thank you so much, Renita. I really appreciate that, my friend. That was super sweet of you. Big thank you. Yeah, we got that collision going on here. If anything happens, we're gonna be seeing it here on the right hand side of the, or right ahead of us, I guess. So let's watch those cumulus clouds, see if they end up blowing up essentially. Yeah, and also at some point we are going to get hit by this outflow boundary, and so those winds are likely going to be increasing again quite a bit. Pressure will probably jump right back up again as well. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. So thankful, dude. I am so thankful. Yeah, I mean, that storm kind of strengthened a little bit on our doorstep, and then it just kind of dumped a lot of rain. So if I play this in motion, and you guys can see that that outflow boundary here is going towards Lakeland, where I'm at here. And that'll probably, enhance these storms, which actually, look at that. Latest few frames, it is showing them enhancing because it's, forcing an updraft again. It's starting to rain pretty good again. But, it's forcing those updrafts and making them stronger. Why is it raining? Is there a new cell or something developing? Like right over us or something? Dang, dude. Goodness. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some more out of it for sure. All right, let's switch on back to the cam for a little bit, y'all. Pressure kind of chilling. Winds are pretty much chill as well. Let's see here. Go and pause that. Yeah, so that storm should be coming into our view here pretty soon. Let's see here. Yeah, dude, that's quite a strong outflow boundary, dude. I don't know if it's going to have enough juice in it to initiate more storms. I think that is going to be a possibility. I think it's very possible that we actually could get some more storm activity developing here in a very soon over our area here, given that this outflow boundary is coming through. And you can already see what it's done to those showers, man. It's already enhanced them quite a bit. So that's always a good sign here. Really good sign. Also got this outflow boundary here too. I mean, we got some boundaries heading towards us, so plenty of lift coming our way. That is for sure. Good to see it. Yeah, it's really good to see it, man. Hey, and you know what? Even if this is all we get today, I'm very thankful for it. Do you ever get tornadoes from boundary interactions? I believe they're pretty rare, but I do think they can occur, yes. It depends. I mean, there's so much dynamics involved, Let's see here. Calvin says many YouTube videos saying potential tropical storm in the Gulf. No. GFS mentioned it, but it's like almost 200-300 hours out, and whoever's doing it is doing it for clickbait. I hope you know that. You cannot really forecast anything more than a week out because the further you look, the more inconsistencies with the models and data is. And people, if they see hurricane, they just like to bring it up so they can make money. That's all it is. It's sad. It really is. And I always mention it whenever there's like a really good agreement. But yeah, I mean, yes, GFS did mention that on a singular model run, and literally no other model really mentioned that either. It's just really sad. People are making money off of people's fear. Highly disappointed in those people. Let's see here. All right, sounds good, Moon River. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. It was good to have you here. Here, let's turn this a little bit to the left. There we go. We'll keep it right there for a little bit. So that storm is on the left-hand side. That darker patch of clouds that you see just below my cursor here. That's where the storms are at. Which is these guys right here that we're kind of looking at overall. Boy, but do we have a lot of activity north of us, though. With that outflow boundary rolling through, that's probably going to be producing some more storms here in a little bit for us. So that's certainly something we need to look out for. They are really popping, though. Yep. All that daylight heating finally broke through the cap, and we finally got storms firing. Which is very nice. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, no problem. No problem. No problem at all. Alright, I turned on my AC for a minute. If we get more storms, then I'll turn it back off. Shouldn't be too loud for you. I hope not. Anyways. All right, let's hop back over here for a little bit. Let's see here. We're going to take a peek back at the models and stuff. Renita says, that's why I only support you, because of stuff like that. You prove to me you're not just looking for money. I don't trust nothing anymore. Yeah, it's sad that people are like that. And Renita, I really appreciate it, and I hope you know that you do not have to donate. None of you guys have to. Well, it does help us out, of course, and it does help us run, and keep things going. I really appreciate it, but you guys don't have to. I'm just simply here to help you guys and make sure that y'all are staying safe and weather aware, and just tracking the weather, because I have pure excitement and pure joy with the weather. As you guys could probably tell, whenever we had that thunderstorm and me reading out those winds, I was just super stoked, man. Weather has always done that to me. It's just something else, dude. It's beautiful. It's beautiful ugly, actually, and even during the worst of it, I'm just glad to be here for it, And, I try to cover when I can and do what I can. But you guys really make this possible, and I really appreciate y'all. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. People who have and have not supported us directly, I appreciate you guys both very, very much. Anyways, hopping back over here real quickly. So yeah, there's a little bit of a break there because we're kind of looking, I believe, in this direction, away from the main convection here. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? But like I mentioned, I'm really concerned about this outflow boundary here. You can see this was actually on a storm that was considered severe. So this gust front could very well still contain some very strong winds in it. And once that hits our Mesonet here, ooh. I think that's a new little cell trying to develop there. First little blip there. I forgot what I was going to say here. I do that too frequently. Too frequently to admit. But anyways. But yeah, I mean, that outflow boundary very, very well could still contain some very strong winds on it. In which, as it approaches us, there's a really good chance that we could seriously get some pretty strong wind gusts on there. So, we shall see. Alrighty. The storm is still kind of chilling. I'd expect this storm to probably die out pretty soon, though, because, all of its underside is being cut with the cold air. The storm is literally killing itself right now. It is shooting a bunch of downwards cooler air, which is getting caught up in the inflow of the storm. causing it to kind of suffocate itself, essentially. So, and that outflow is actually could be a brand new start to a new storm. So, if there's moisture instability and not a cap in place, it could work. Which it seems like we busted through that cap pretty well. I mean, considering that a lot of Central Florida right now is starting to get a lot of thunderstorm activity, that's kind of telling us that. Let's take a minute to peek over here at satellite imagery. I do want to take a look from the eyes in the sky here. We're going to see what we got going on overall. So let's hop you guys over here to the satellite imagery. Beautiful puffy clouds. You can see all throughout Central Florida going down into the southern Everglades here. Taking a peek at the real color, you can see just that kicking off. Lower level moisture. Tons of convection popping off here. All of those storms through Florida. We are definitely getting kind of lit up here, which is pretty nice. And, to be honest with you, like I mentioned, guys, I have this feeling that we're not done yet. Despite all that, I feel like the collision of these two boundaries here is probably going to create something pretty big near me. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Because if we take a peek at this, you see this outflow boundary here that's actually colliding and creating some storms right now. And, of course, this outflow boundary here. And even this little boundary here that you can kind of see from the storm we just had, the collision of those is going to likely, induce another updraft and all that stuff. So we shall see. I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm hoping one day we'll get a pretty good gust. I was happy at 20. I was wanting to get a little more out of it, though. Was it 25 we had today? Or 24? I think it was 20. Oh, what was it? Yeah, 24 mile an hour wind gust today we had. That's pretty gusty. That's a pretty good gust. What app or radar do I use? It's called WeatherWise. Not a sponsor of them, by the way. All right, so that cell's starting to fizzle out a bit, which is good. I think it's just kind of dying out there, that southern cell anyways. But this outflow boundary, dude, you can still see how pretty aggressive that is. I mean, it's getting pretty close to us, actually. It'll be rolling through here probably in about, 15, 20 minutes or so. 15-ish, 20 minutes. By the way, y'all, if you could, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. It'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. It's always good to have you guys here and tracking these storms. If you guys have any questions, don't feel, wait, hold on, let me rephrase that. If you guys have any questions, feel free. I almost said don't feel free. No, feel free to ask me if you guys have questions. Like, if y'all want me to check something out, because like I said, right now we do have a bit of severe weather and stuff going on here throughout, like, Texas and, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Got a little bit of severe weather activity going on right now. Couple severes here and there. Like I said, good news is that we're not really expecting much of anything like significant today, tornado-wise. I believe today's maximum is a 2%. Yeah, just 2% regions here. If we did get tornadic activity across like Texas and some of the south, which is going to be possible, it's not going to be anything like significant. Not supposed to be. Chris coming in with a $5 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much, Chris. That's very sweet of you. Big shout out goes to you, man. Y'all in chat, if you could, please give Chris a big thank you for the support. Thanks for the 5, man. You're awesome, dude. I appreciate you. I really do. Thanks. So thank you so much for that. You certainly did not have to do that, my friend. Although I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, then we got non-significant 15 wind threats today. We do have actually a hatch risk for hail. Whoops. We do actually have a hatch risk for hail here today, across like western Texas. Potential for hail, pretty large. What did they mention? Hail size. Wow. To 3 inches in diameter possible. And 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Sheesh. Calvin says there was a report of wind 70 miles an hour last night in Houston. Really? Wow. That's not very light. Yeah, that's pretty heavy stuff. Speaking of winds, this outflow boundary is getting very close to us. Pretty close. Curious to see what kind of winds we're going to get. So typically when you get these outflow boundaries or these sea breezes, the pressure will increase because, for an outflow boundary for that downdraft of the storm, it's that cold air sinking down, putting more air molecules on you, increasing the pressure. So the pressure increases with these outflow boundaries because that's kind of where it's shooting all out. And then you got the sea breezes, which, that void of low pressure that's built during, diurnal heating or just daylight heating up the mainland of Florida, causing the air to rise, creating a void, area of lower pressure throughout central Florida, which kind of forces the air around the coast, considering it's higher pressure, because air always flows from high to low. And considering that that's high pressure, it's kind of trying to fill in the void. So those sea breezes come inland. That's why they have those long noodles you typically see. And because of that, it's actually kind of wedging the warm and moisture-filled air from the ground level into the environment above, is forcing that air upwards, which is what kind of starts new storm development here. And that's why really Florida gets a whole bunch of storms, because we're so hot. Everything is just constantly heated, and it's just, that's how we get a lot of our, initiation, I mean, and even also just simply because, the earth heats unevenly too, creates some areas, some areas actually heat up warmer than others, causing the air to rise more in one area than another, which even that sometimes can be strong enough to initiate storms. So a little bit of a fact for you guys. What's up, Janice? Welcome. Good to have you here. Still kind of waiting on that outflow boundary. If you guys are just tuning in here for the first time, welcome. But we just got a storm here about, maybe 15 minutes ago or so. We are still keeping an eye out there for it because I have a feeling we probably are not completely out of the woods yet. Given the fact that we have an outflow boundary heading right towards us from a powerful, once severe storm. So those winds are likely going to increase, and we could possibly get some more storm activity out of it. So it's kind of a waiting game right now. I guess the Southwest doesn't get storms because it's too dry. Yeah, typically. I mean, so that's one of the main ingredients for thunderstorms. For thunderstorm formation, the main ingredients you need is instability, moisture, and a source of lift, right? The source of lift getting that warm air off the ground into the cooler environment where the surrounding air is cooler, causing the warmer air to be buoyant and continually rise. Meanwhile, severe weather, there's another ingredient that's kind of needed, is wind shear. Wind shear is basically the wind the wind speed, wind direction at a given altitude, because it's never consistent through the atmosphere. There's different layers of the atmosphere in which winds are moving in different directions and at different speeds. And given those certain conditions, if everything else is present, you can get severe weather. Now, the reason why today across Florida is not a severe threat, meanwhile there is a lot of storms, is because of the lack of wind shear, allowing these storms to organize into even stronger storms. Because with wind shear that you get, essentially the wind shear separates the storm's intake or the updraft from the outer take or the downdraft of the storm, keeping that cooler air from the downdraft from getting into the updraft of the storm itself, which is needing warm and moisture-filled air to continue the cycle. And so when you have wind shear present, it kind of arcs your storms. It doesn't make them completely vertical. It makes them at a kind of at a slant, between their intake and their downdraft, essentially. And given an environment like today, where there's not much wind shear, given a storm that develops here, essentially, the fact that there is no wind shear really in the environment allows for the updraft to just kind of eventually fizzle out, because the air, once it cools down, it starts sinking back down to the ground. So the downdraft is kind of collapsing on the updraft of air that is coming up to fuel the storm. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what's going on with a lot of these storms, and that's why they're relatively brief as well. And if they're strong enough, they can create some pretty good outflow boundaries, like we're seeing today. Because our downdraft was strong enough, and our downdraft overtook the storm and causing the storms to die. I mean, for example, that severe storm earlier, you can see that we do have this big, downdraft here, that outflow boundary, pushing all that cooler air away from the core of the storm, which is completely undercutting the inflow. The warm air that's trying to get into the storm is being cut out by the cooler air that's going out of the storm. So, anyways, enough talking. I know that was a lot, but hopefully that kind of puts things into perspective, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you do. Anyways, let's see here. I probably lost 30 viewers from that. Believe it or not, I actually gained viewers. I don't know how, or kind of maintain viewers. Wow, I don't know how I did that. Thought all that nerdy talk would repel a lot of people away. Anyways, anything new in South Mississippi? No, not really. See here, any storms in Palm Bay? Okay, where is Palm Bay? I forgot where Palm Bay is. I remember Palm Coast. Yeah, it's up here. Let me pull up Palm Bay. Palm Bay, Florida. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, that's right. That's out by Cape Canaveral. No. Now, you guys have already seen that sea breeze come through. The air is more stable. Or there's really no source of lift, I should say. So, no, you're probably not going to see anything. Right now, all the activity is kind of across, like, Central Florida and whatnot. Yes, indeed. Dude, this storm is starting to get pretty darn close to us. There's a lot of lightning activity out there by Polk City right now, which is not far from me. Oh, shoot! Oh, dude, we're starting to get an outflow boundary. Look at that thing. So, I don't know if y'all heard that thunder, but I'm like right in here. This is right around where I'm at, and then this is the outflow boundary here. This thing is coming in hot. So one thing you guys are going to know whenever it gets here is, first of all, look at the trees right now. They're very calm, right? So here, within the next 10 minutes or so, those trees are probably going to be blowing quite a bit overall. Oh, Cam, thank you so much for the Cash App donation, dude. I just got that. I appreciate it, Camden. Thank you. Coming in with the $10 Cash App donation. Thank you, my friend. Saying thanks for your updates. It's not much, but thanks. Hey, man. It's not about how much or whatever. It's really the thought that counts, and, the support you did give me. I really appreciate it. If it's $1, $100, you know what? I am just as thankful, and so thank you, dude. That was very sweet of you. You certainly did not have to do that, my friend. So, big thank you, my friend. Once again, that was super, super sweet of you. Really, really nice of you. Let's see here. I'm glad you explained things. It helps calm me. Good. Glad. And, it really puts into perspective, there's a lot of stuff going on in the atmosphere, man. There's a lot of stuff to it, And once you kind of understand what's going on, it's amazing. You know, you really view nature in a different way and just how beautiful it is, yet complex, you know. Simple yet complex. It's awesome, you know. And the scale of things is huge. It's a random tornado on the ground in Colorado, is there? Oh yeah, we got a tornado warning here. It is confirmed too. Ooh. What's all this about here? That is weird. Huh. Well, there we go. Expires in 4 minutes. Oh yeah, we're definitely starting to get some activity here east of me now too. Man, oh man. Yeah, dude, this outflow boundary though, this thing is getting ready to clip me. How fast is it going here? Oh, wow. Yeah, this thing's going to be hitting very soon, y'all. All right, so keep it on that pressure. Right now it's 1,017.6, okay? Remember that. Remember that, okay? I'm even going to write it down. So let's write this down. 1,017.6 millibars. And you see how the winds are calm? We are at 0 miles an hour. Okay, well we're gonna take a minute, and once we get this, you'll see how, once this outflow boundary comes through, you'll see the winds increase, pressure increase too because of the downburst. Mountain Rain says, is Lakeland safe yet? From storms? Not yet. Not yet. Not completely. You can see this noodle that we have here. This is an outflow boundary. This is the downdraft from the storm up north of us, pushing in a little bit of cooler air, which these guys can indeed spark new storms and make current storms actually a bit stronger. So I wouldn't say we're in the clear quite yet. And once this outflow boundary hits, you're going to know it because, you know, the wind speeds are going to increase and all that fun stuff. But anyways, but yeah, this thing is getting very close. So yeah, remember guys, pressure right now 1,017.6 at 0 miles an hour. And I bet you whenever that outflow boundary hits, the pressure is going to increase at least, I'd say, a half a millibar, if not more. We'll have to see. And of course the winds will pick up too because of that change in pressure and all that stuff. Yeah, pressure and winds do correlate pretty well with each other. Not always. Sometimes thermodynamics will do it, but sometimes, you know, pressure will do it as well. You know, whenever the Earth heats up, you know, here in Florida, whenever like the Earth heats up and everything, the winds start to pick up when the sun comes out because of the uneven heating of the Earth. You know, creating some areas of colder temps, some areas of hotter, and you know the fluctuation there, the differential can actually cause, you know, some of those winds to pick up. Let's see here, Mountain Rain coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Mountain Rain. That's very sweet of you, my friend. Saying thank you for keeping us updated. You are very, very welcome, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. That was really sweet of you. You certainly did not have to do that, my friend. Mountain Rain, if there's anything I could do for you, please let me know, okay? Thank you so much for that. That was really nice. Super, super nice of you. Big thank you. Y'all in chat, if you could give Mountain a big thank you, I would appreciate that. Yeah, Southeast Polk, we're definitely starting to pick up quite a bit of storm activity here. I don't think our camera's really picking up on that. It's a little bit hazy, the camera view, because of the rain we just got, sadly. Oh well. Yeah, at least we can still see something. Yeah, when that outflow boundary hits, that's going to be an interesting sight. You're welcome. Thank you once again. That was super sweet of you. Certainly didn't have to do that. Dude, this thing is getting pretty close to me. Yeah, that outflow boundary that you see here is like right up on us. Should be getting it any time now. that we shall see. But meanwhile, guys, if y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to ask here. Let me take a peek at the drought conditions again really quickly. Florida's still in a pretty big drought here. We're still in a moderate drought out where I'm at here in Lakeland. Still very dry. This rain will definitely help. The Everglades are in really bad condition right now. They're in that extreme drought right now. Very bad. A lot of the central southern plains, Midwest, Ohio Valley is pretty clear. I mean, yeah, because they've been kind of the hot spot for severe weather lately. So they're a little bit clear. Central plains, yeah, upper Midwest a little dry. Central plains pretty darn dry. And, of course, the Southwest is very dry. You know, it's pretty normal. Pretty normal. Oh, yeah, can't forget it. Ooh, 100%. Look at that. Yeah, we're getting ready to get a tropical cyclone here in the eastern Pacific. Shouldn't impact land. I mean, it shouldn't make landfall and land here, but it could be a concern, or will likely be a concern for some of the coastal areas here with rip currents and stuff. And, you know, high tides and all that. Possible some coastal flooding. Depends on how close it gets to the shore and, you know, how strong it is essentially and how big it is. You know, there's a lot of factors that play into that. But yeah, that could cause some swelling to occur. Of course, we got those storms out in West Texas and a little bit of northern Mexico. And then you got Florida with all that crazy convection. That non-severe stuff, but hey. It's rain. We'll take it. Take any of it. Alright. Wow, dude. Yeah, this outflow boundary is going to be hitting us soon. So, remember, guys. Remember what I said. Pressure, 1017. 0.6. That's what it's kind of been averaging right now. It's been kind of fluctuating. In our pressure, so yeah, it's our pressure, and in our wind speeds at 0 miles an hour. You can see visibly, too, that the trees are just as still as can be right now. They are not moving. But y'all are about to notice a big change. Yeah, definitely going to notice quite a big change here. Whenever that comes through, you'll be able to see the winds visually and digitally pick up. And pressure will increase, too. So to my Lakeland folks, to my folks who live out here with us, just a bit of a heads up. Yeah, you're going to notice when this outflow boundary hits because it's just going to randomly get windy. And you might notice a slight temperature drop too. So slight temperature drop and all that stuff. Yeah, dude, the trees are as calm as can be. They are not even moving an inch. They're so calm. It's eerily calm. Oh, is that a new cell? Hold on a minute. We got a new cell trying to develop here slightly to my northwest. Oh my. I don't know if that's going to create a storm over us or not. That could. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to need to look out for that. That's. Wow. Oh, maybe we're not in the clear. Hey, you know what? Bring it on. Come at us. Bring it. We need it. That we do, dude. That we do. Alright, pressure right now, still kind of the same, just kind of floating around 1017-ish millibars. Not much there. Visually, not very pleasing. It's just a bunch of gray clouds, but that's about to change with the winds here picking up. And shoot, like I mentioned, maybe even another storm. We'll have to see what that does. Man, I'm so ready for hurricane season, guys. Because whenever we do get tropical cyclones over us, if we do this year, which I know it sounds bad, they bring a lot of good rain. If as long as they don't do any, cause any harm to people, they're nice to have, But yeah, I would like a good storm. Yeah, it is nice to have a good storm every once in a while. But whenever we do, there's lightning activity now on that. Interesting. But whenever we do have activity like that, we'll make sure to stream it like we're doing this too. It'll be, of course, a lot longer of a stream, but you'll see your boy you streaming this. All right, pressure still chilling. Has obviously not hit us yet, but she is close. That outflow boundary is very close to us. Yeah, it should be hitting us any time now, guys. Really. All right, pressure 1017. Pressure still changing. All right, we're gonna keep it on this view here. Let's see here. So it should happen at any time. Right now the tree is calm. Oh, they're starting to move a little bit. Yeah, y'all. I think we're on the leading edge right now of the outflow boundary. Pretty calm. Pressure, remember at 1017.6. That's kind of what it's at. That's what it's averaging right now. All right. Yeah, the thing is developing a cell right over me. Or right above me. What does NWW116 stand for? Nationwide weather, and 116 was just a lucky number back in the day. Don't ask why, because I don't know. And at the time of creation of this channel, I did not know what to name it. Good old Andrew a while back. Ooh. Just heard some thunder. Oh, yeah, that's that cell trying to develop. Ooh, buddy. We might actually get into this action, y'all. All right, winds are picking up a little bit. Look at that. We're at 1.3 miles an hour. I think we're getting ready to get the outflow boundary here. Winds are going up. Yes, indeed. We're getting close. We are. Trees still are not moving very much, but yeah, winds are indeed going up a bit. Pressure. Oh, look at that. We're averaging 1017.8 to 9. What's going on now? Yeah. It is. Are we going to hit 1018? Yeah, we just did. Pressure did go up a bit. Remember, we were at 1017.6, kind of what we were averaging there. Now we're kind of averaging a little higher now. The slightest of fluctuations, but... Oh, man. But yeah. Oh, dude, that thing is... Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Y'all, it's about to get real, I think. Look at this. This is right around where I'm at. Yeah, that storm is picking up quick. We're about to get it, guys. It's about to happen again. That thing is close, too. And I think it's starting to rain. Oh, shoot. Alright, I better back away from the window just in case if there's any lightning. Which, given it's a growing cell, that's a very good concern. We shall see. Yeah, that cell is developing right next to me. Is this supposed to hit Lakeland? It's kind of in Lakeland. Oh, there we go. There's the winds picking up a little bit. Trees visually moving now. Oh, there we go. Pressure, yep, 2018. It did go up a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Thank you, Mountain. I appreciate it. What's up, Scott? Welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the people joining. We're getting ready to get a storm here. Numero uno, or sorry, dos. Yeah, we're getting our second storm. First one brought a pretty good amount of rain, which I'm hoping that this one will bring pretty good too if it ends up hitting us. It's like literally right behind me. Just to the left side of the camera. It's off frame, but it's close. So, we're going to have to see. There's a lot of lightning activity with it, though. That there is. But if you guys are new to the channel, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button for us. It'd be really appreciated. I need to step away from my window because of the fact that, yeah, it's not very safe to be near windows during a lot of lightning, especially Florida lightning. Yeah, that outflow boundary is now kind of going over us here. What's up, Evans? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, y'all see that thing growing in the middle of the radar screen there? That thing's growing right over a lake, too, I'm noticing, which is very interesting. I wonder if the lake's adding moisture to it. It's gotta be. Yeah, the outflow boundary is now getting ready to pass us here. Oh, yeah, look at the pressure now, dude. 1018.2. Am I in trouble coming to Orlando Friday? We do have a bit of a risk for storms, of course. You know, it's just typical Florida. Right now, there's no like severe weather expected or anything like that out in Orlando for Friday, but we will see. We'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, it's really weird. It's kind of just sitting over that lake there, you know. It's like it's making me wonder if that lake is like causing an interaction with it. It's that's Lake Parker, over North Lakeland, basically. Just kind of sitting there. Looking pretty dark there. Yeah, it's definitely getting darker. You can see. Definitely. Alright. Pressure is at 1018.1. So yeah, we did. Do you know what I was telling you guys is that the pressure would probably go up a half a millibar. It was at 1017.6. Now we're at 1018.1. I think I was pretty spot on, dude. What do y'all think? I think I was pretty darn close to that. Wow, man. I can't believe I got that. Pretty close. So obviously I'm not going to show you exactly where I'm at, but I am just close to between... I'm pretty much between the outflow boundary and the storm that you're seeing there. So, I mean... Oh yeah, look at the clouds building now. Holy cow. Death Valley's California's extreme heat, which is... or heat watch. Extreme heat watch for 115 to 120 degrees. That's why I don't live out there. No thanks. I don't know why anybody would want to live out there. That is just, no. And see, that's what sucks. Florida heat's a different kind of heat. It's a moisture-filled heat. So yeah. Tyler says you have a YouTube channel. I do too, man. Welcome to the club. I know you're not self-advertising, are you? If so, this is not the place to do it. It's really interesting, though. That cell is just sitting over Lake Parker. Yeah, we're definitely starting to get some of them storm clouds rolling over us. Pressure's gone up quite a bit, actually. We're at 1,018.3 now. Wow. That's something else. I'm starting to have second thoughts, dude. I don't know if we're gonna get this thing. I mean, it's right next to us. You see, look, it's just staying right over this lake here, which is, like, really interesting. You know, despite the whole boundary moving, that outflow boundary moving. One to the north flared up. Oh, yeah. Over here. We also got a pretty good one going up there by Orlando, too. Definitely picking up quite a bit. I'm sure my girlfriend's probably feeling that one. Gosh, dude, that thing is, like, pretty darn close to us. I mean, the clouds are definitely visually darker, as you can see on the left-hand side there. Thankfully, the window is cleared up quite a bit, too, from the rain that we had. That fogged everything up, but we're thankfully kind of back in order. Winds are picking up a little bit. Oh yeah, 3.7. Heard that Death Valley, California averages July temperature 117. Yeah, no thanks. No, thank you. Let's see here. Cheryl says wind's picking up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of storms popping off towards, like, Orlando here as well. It's actually a special weather statement that was in effect for Orlando here just a little bit ago. Seems to be pretty good. Oh, there's more cells firing back over here behind this outflow boundary. Oh, dude, I hope we get it. Please give me another storm. We need it so bad. Look, I'm not trying to be greedy, Mother Nature, but we need another one. You have made us so desperate for moisture lately. We need it bad. Bring it. Let's see. It's crazy. It's staying over the lake Parker Lake. Yeah, it is. That is really weird. Despite the boundary physically moving away from it, the storm is staying stationary. It's got to be pulling moisture from that lake somehow. You know, it's got to be doing something like that. Oh yeah, look at the winds. We were at 4 miles an hour a second ago. Definitely not as high as 24 we had earlier. Sheesh. By the way, folks, if you have not already, consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button. It'll be greatly appreciated. Tip is you do too. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, you can see those other ones. We have another cell developing by Blackwater and Knights and Blackwater here. This is just to the northwest of Lakeland here, kind of west-northwest. The view has become a lot clearer now, thankfully, since the water started evaporating off the window. That is the one thing that sucks, but it does keep our camera dry and able to do this again next time, so very thankful for that. But yeah, on the left-hand side there, we do have some storm activity on the screen. That right there, that dark cloud you see, is likely a bit of distant convection going on. Likely happening out by Winter Haven area. Winter Haven looks like they're getting a little bit of rain. That outflow boundary is kind of rolling through there as well. Okay, it does look like that cell is starting to recede away a little bit from North Lakeland. But I still would not say that everybody's out of the way yet, because it still definitely looks very possible that we could get some storm activity out here, still in Lakeland, I believe. You know, you can already see for yourself, there is some cells that is firing outside of that outflow boundary, or inside that outflow boundary, you can see, which we are likely seeing. We could see some more, you know, with that. You know, also the HRRR model earlier did suggest quite a bit of, you know, convection this evening, in which, you know, I believe it, right around this time. You know, it held up pretty well. HRRR did pretty good today. I must give it to it. So, am I using the same camera I use for my face cam? No, I am not. I'm using a different camera. It's a different little camcorder I bought. It was like $100. It's pretty cheap, but hey, you know what? It gets us a live view outside. You know, good enough. I like it. I mean, to be honest, for $100 camera, it's really not bad. You know? Because, I mean, it could also film at 4K 30 FPS. The only bad thing is it doesn't have it doesn't have manual zoom. It has digital zoom, sadly. I forgot what they call it, manual zoom or whatever it is. Anyways, what are those blue boxes on radar? What blue boxes do you see on radar? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know what blue box you're talking about. Let's see here. Yeah, that one up by Knights is starting to pick up quite a bit. I don't know if we're gonna get a weather storm or not here. The ones near. Okay. Oh, okay. These guys. These are special weather statements. So they basically just tell you that it's a strong storm and not a severe storm. So, for example, the one that we had for Orlando a little bit ago was for 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, which is sub-severe. You know, be considered damaging storm criteria. Winds must be of 58 miles an hour or greater, and hail 1 inch in diameter or larger. And, of course, a tornado would make it a severe storm, but there is no tornadoes, thankfully. Kinematics aren't supporting it today. Anyways, so with that being said, when it comes to the winds here, yeah, it's not severe, but it's strong. It's enough to where the weather service is like, okay, watch out for the storm, but don't there's no need to seek shelter or anything. Just kind of giving everybody a heads up there. Anyways, look at that camera now. Whoa. I think we're seeing the side view of a thunderstorm, y'all. Kind of looking at this from the side view. Mountain says, yeah, I could not see those. Yeah, that's supposed to make me wonder. It's like, what are you talking about? But as soon as you said around Orlando, that made sense. Because I knew there was a weather or a special weather statement out there. Alright, so that cell is now pulling away from Lake Parker, but we are starting to get new convection to the northwest, which is making me wonder, since this outflow boundary is already past us, what's the, there's a possibility that we could actually get some more convection here. I mean, there literally could be a storm that could form over us anytime, because there is lift above us right now. So, we got the lift, we got the instability, we got the moisture. It's just if nature will do it. Pretty cool looking storm. Yeah, it is pretty. Absolutely. Yeah, nature is beautiful, man, I tell you. And you know what? We may or may not be blessed today with some evening thunderstorm distant views. I hope. Because sun's going to be setting here not too long from now, which could give us a spectacular view here in a little bit. Which, if I'm not mistaken, there's already a little bit of orange starting to pop up in the top of the cloud over there on the side of the storm. So, hey, you never know, man. You never know. Look at that. Pressure went up a whole millibar since we've been under this downdraft. That might slowly fizzle out over time, although the high pressure does usually build back in at nighttime because of the lack of daylight heating, and there's not as much evaporating air pulling molecules off of us, which kind of resets everything. So hard to tell. Just depends. Would be awesome to get a lightning show. Oh yeah, hey, we did have a bolt of lightning though on this stream before that first storm hit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I really hope we get a beautiful view tonight on the sunset, dude. I tell you what, we have seen some absolutely beautiful storms in the distance during sunset before. Nature in a nutshell, scary and beautiful at the same time. Yep, you named it. That it is, my friend, that it is. It is very beautiful, though. I do give you that. I mean, as predictable as it is, it's still very unpredictable. Because it's like, I know a lot what's going on in the storms by watching them, which stuff, like some of the micro stuff, you cannot forecast for, The way I like to put it is you can forecast the conditions for storms, and sometimes not usually the individual storms themselves. Does that make sense? So, I mean, sometimes the models do get individual storms right, if there is a specific boundary or something like going on that is easy to pick up on the models, even on the big scale. Which sometimes is right, but the sun is indeed going down. I think we're going to be in for some beautiful views here, hopefully. Those storms in the distance are actually picking up in strength, I believe. Definitely getting a little bit more orange. Oh. There's a new cell to the west of me trying to develop here. Might need to keep an eye on that one. It's actually a pretty accurate way of describing weather forecasting. Yep. You can't really forecast specifically, but you can forecast what the conditions could mean, what they could do. Absolutely. That's why a lot of people give weathermen a hard time, because it's like you say there's going to be storms and there's not storms. It's because the conditions were favorable for storms, but not everybody gets them. You know? These storms never hit everywhere. I mean, unless like a hurricane or something, then that's a little different. But, you know, like especially scattered thunderstorms, you know, multicellular thunderstorms, kind of like what we're dealing with here. You know, it's just very spotty, very unpredictable. At least we can predict the sunset accurately. Yeah. Yeah, we can. It's a lot more simpler, actually, believe it or not. Because it's actually pretty consistent, and weather's not. You know, sunset, I mean, yes, it changes throughout the seasons, but it's more consistent than, you know, the weather is, right? There's so many microphysics and micro stuff going on in these storms here, which is just... It's crazy, you know, down to the square foot. I mean, down to the even molecule, you know, spectrum. There's just so much going on, you know, thermodynamic-wise, you know, kinematic-wise, pressure-wise. I mean, it's a lot, dude. Look at that view. That's starting to get pretty... Wow. Yeah, I hope that we do get some pretty cool views tonight with the sunset. That would be very awesome. That would be a heck of a way to end the night, man. You know, despite us likely only getting one storm today, and I think that's probably going to be it, I'm still thankful for it. Court, once we look at this chord. Oh, wow, Court. That's so cool. Goodness. You got a lot of scud clouds. Court, you see those, I don't know if you have your audio on or not. That is pretty. But those low-hanging clouds that you see, those are scud clouds. Let's see here. You can show on stream if you want. Okay, cool. I'll show other people. Cool. I wasn't going to, but since you gave me credit, or not credit, I'm stupid. Since you gave me, the availability. There you go. That is what Court took. She is right under the base of a storm, it looks like. Gosh, dude, that's pretty. Court, you're getting quite a show, man. Lucky. Hopefully we'll get lucky with a nice sunset. Since storms are... Yeah, that's like the perfect conditions. Is storms like near us, just east of us mostly. You know, because the sun sets in the west, and if you have storms on the east and we point the camera eastward, you get the reflection from the sunset on the clouds, which can make a spectacular show. You're on the porch with Mars. Aw. Yeah, she is in Florida. That's my girl right there. Come on, nature. I just realized we've been live 2 hours. Holy cow. I did not think we've been live that long. Goodness. Alright, let's take a peek back at the radar. Speaking of Orlando. Yeah, Court, you're about to get it. You are about to get it, my friend. There's Orlando's airport, and there's a big cell coming towards that region. Yeah, Court, you better go inside. Away from windows. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of lightning with that. It looks like there is. I mean, given the structure of this storm. Yeah. Just because I love you. I want to make sure you're safe. Yeah, Court. Yeah, I would go inside. Pressure's gone up quite a bit since earlier. We were tracking it at 1,017.6 millibars. We are almost at 1,019. We are pretty close. Yeah, those clouds are moving, aren't they? Sheesh. Yeah, Ponderosa, I just seen your message there, your comment. Yeah, these things are moving pretty quick. Goodness. We do have a very weak lower level jet. Kind of pushing through. Like 5 knots. Hey, dude. Y'all, you should go back to the beginning of the live stream. Like, zoom all the way back. And look how blue and bright it was. And then go to now. Look how much has changed in 2 hours. That is crazy. Wow. Yeah, good thing I knew that. Sheesh. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Alright. Take a look back over by me here. Yeah, to be honest, I really don't think we're going to get any more here where I'm at today. I hope that we, hopefully I do get a pretty, good sunset today, though. You're going to head in, it's picking up. Talk to you later. All right, stay safe, Court. Not course. Court. Just went back, and it's quite the difference. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's a big difference. I mean, that's in the span of 2 hours. 2 hours. It did from beautiful blue skies to this. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. By the way, guys, we're probably going to do another live stream tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Just wanted to let you guys know. We're going to do a update live stream for you guys. We've been doing a lot of storm coverage or storm spotting streams. So yeah, we're gonna end up doing another stream at right around 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So, quite literally calm before the storm. Yeah. Literally is right. Because that's exactly what it was. It's exactly what it was. Yeah, a lot of this is just lower level clouds, you know? It's like, ugh, go away. It's blocking our view. Boo, you suck. Yeah, I mean, sunset's like going on. It's like now, I think, or pretty soon. Or I don't know if it's the start of the sunset. Let's see. When is sun sets? It's at 8:17. Okay, so yeah, we're not quite at sunset yet. We have about 20 minutes for the clouds to break up. Come on! Here, let me pull up SAT real quickly. I want to take a view at satellite imagery real fast. Let's see here. Up over to COD. Alright, satellite. Speaking of streams, are there any ghosts in many? Ooh, yeah. I haven't even done one of those streams in a while. Maybe soon. I don't think tonight, though. We'll probably do that tomorrow. Because if I'm doing this weather live stream tonight, then yeah. Yeah, probably not tonight. We'll do that tomorrow, probably sometime. We might even need another stream tomorrow for storms here. Yeah, look at that. Like Florida's just like covered in clouds at this point. All of that convection that we just had. Let's see here. But yeah, just make sure you guys set a reminder. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. All right, everybody. I tell you what, I am going to head off here for now. I'm going to leave the stream running. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it rolling here so you guys can see the sunset and stuff. And I'll be back here in a little bit. If it gets really pretty, then I'll be back. But we're going to be on standby here for a momentaro. That way, we'll see. But yeah, I'll be back here soon. Oh, actually, you know what? That color is starting to bleed through. No, we're not going anywhere. Hold on. Never mind. Let's see here. Sheesh. I think behind all that lower level clouds, we have a beautiful structure. I just wish all those clouds just disappeared. Let me take a peek to my southwest real quickly. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if there's any more clouds heading this way, or if it's just all overcast. Tell you what, there's a little bit of cloud still, but maybe, just maybe, we'll have a little bit of a peek through. Oh, dude, look at that color, man. Looks like a fire in there, doesn't it? Maybe as the brightness goes down, it'll give us a really good, good view. Let's see here. Man, look at that. What a beautiful sight, man. Love it. Man. Hopefully some of those lower level clouds would give us a nice little peek. It did look like there was a little bit of a gap. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, okay, I don't think that's much. I was gonna say. That outflow boundary is still going through. Oh, you probably hear my cat. He's being whiny. Dude, he does this every day, every morning, every night. He expects attention whenever he meows. Every time. I love him, though. Yeah, my goodness. He drives me crazy, though. That he does. He is good at that. I still think we're kind of far from the peak sunset, though. Because I feel like it'll get more orange. Right now it's kind of at its yellow stage. It kind of goes like white, yellow, orangish, red, pinkish, and then it goes away. Come on, give us a little bit of a view, man. You can kind of see some of those lower cumulus clouds out there, cumulonimbus. That's a pretty shot right there. Look at that, man. Wow. You can just see different parts of the moving faster than the others. Tell you what, man, nature is just beautiful. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of storms to my east. This is... Ah, man. Can these lower level clouds go? Man, if they were gone, we would have a heck of a sight, dude. I'm sure Tampa right now has a beautiful view of this. One thing I'm noticing is that we had a lower level jet, and now that jet is kind of going in towards the storms here. I think it's the inflow. Those clouds are kind of getting sucked into those storms over there. Oops, did not mean to hit that. Orlando looks to be getting hit pretty darn hard right now. Yeah, since we've had those storms, the pressure has gone up a little bit. Is that a cell trying to develop behind me? You've got to be kidding me. Hold on one second, guys. There is a cell trying to develop to my west. A single blob. Yeah, apparently there's a cell trying to fire off. Ooh, just behind me. Or right near me. Oh, let's see here. Alright, let's take a peek back at radar, y'alls. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at here. You can kind of see right in there. There's a new cell trying to form. But there is so many storms going on right now in Florida. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, I'm sure if you're out by Tampa looking east right now, like I said, it would be beautiful. I just think we're a little too close to the storms here. Gonna keep an eye on that pressure, see if anything changes with that new cell developing. It would probably go down slightly. At least initially. Because of an updraft. Is that thing gonna develop right over us? Oh, jeez. Oh, they put Orlando back in a special weather statement. Yeah, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning and all that fun stuff. Yeah, dude, there's a cell right behind me. Might pass in front of the camera at some point. think that's probably about all we're going to be seeing today, guys. I think the clouds are going to be too much for any cool views on the storms tonight. We do have a cell that is kicking off here just slightly south of me, but more than likely it might just kind of die out. I mean, pressure is not really doing much. Winds aren't really doing much either. Probably about to get some rain out of it. At least we can appreciate this view. Yeah. There is just the smallest of a storm that is right on my doorstep right now. The smallest little shower. If it could just give us one good lightning strike, that would be awesome. But I don't think it'll do anything. I don't think there's going to be any thunder, any lightning with it. Or, of course, there ain't going to be thunder if there's no lightning. Yeah, watch out on the right side, because that's where the storm is going to be forming from. Kind of going here. Let me take a peek on the. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can kind of see it. There we go. Watch that right-hand side. That's kind of where it's at right now. Winds are very weak. Pressure's gone up a little bit. Let me pull up the cell on the view here. It's this little guy right here. Look at it. Maybe we'll get a pretty view out of that, hopefully. There you go. You can start to see some of those cumulonimbus clouds on the right-hand side. Iguana, really? It looks like that cell's actually dying now. There's actually a new storm developing right over Lakeland Airport. Yeah, they do grow up fast, don't they? That thing just kind of popped up and disappeared in a matter of no time. That one over Lakeland Airport, though, is actually picking up quite a bit. You see it on the left radar side? That new one that's developing on the far left of the radar? That's over Lakeland Airport. That one's starting to pop off quite a bit. The color is beautiful. The camera does not pick up on it. It is like kind of an amber color in real life. It's like orange. It's weird. Yeah, there's a lot of cells still developing off of that outflow boundary there. That's just east of us. Maybe, you know what? We'll probably get some lightning shots maybe at nighttime. I'd hope so. Winds are calm. Pressure is gone up a little bit. Yeah, we were at 1,017.6 earlier. Now we're at 1,019.1. So, yeah, that's interesting. There's a new cell developing over Lake Hancock in southeast Florida, or sorry, southeast Lakeland. What's up, David? What time will the storm be here in Mississippi? Well, it's already happening in Mississippi. Let me pull this up real quickly. Yeah, you can already see there's a bit of storm activity in South Mississippi. A lot of normal normal southern Mississippi is pretty good. Few showers. It's really the southern side, just north of Gulfport, where we got some cells popping off out there. So that's that, dude. I'm curious if that cell is gonna come near me. There are some storms that are like trying to convect near me still. Yeah, I've got to get my rain gauge serviced. That is one thing I got to do. I'll be glad once we get our temperature probe and our dew point back up and running. Should probably add humidity too, now that I think about it. Which I'll probably do at some point. Between a temperature sensor and the what you call it, my rain bucket getting reserviced, we should be back in order pretty soon, completely. I can finally get that temperature dew point out of service tag off there. I am surprised we're not getting any lightning on this here. Why? Dude, that is so weird. On the camera, it looks gray. In real life, it is like an amber orange. This camera is not picking up the color. Did it rain anymore? Nah, not really. We might have peaked. Yeah, I think so. What's up, Michelle? Saying storming bad in southeast Georgia. Stay safe, my friend. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. You know, with it turning nighttime, though, I'm hoping we'll be able to see some of that lightning. I mean, I haven't been seeing nothing at all on this cam right now, but it really looks like storms any second. There's a lot of storms all around me, actually. You see that little hole in Lakeland there, where there's a storm to the left, to the east? I'm in the middle of all that. So, ooh, hey, there we go. There we go. That was some lightning, right? Maybe it was just too bright to notice it. But now that it's getting darker, it looks better. Dang, okay. Yeah, I heard some thunder too. Yeah, you saw that? Yeah. Wait a minute. What is that? On the top right? Oh, wow. I'm going to keep the view right there. Man, none of these cameras can pick up on the color. I mean, I guess this one did pretty good. Never mind, it can't pick up the color. Dude. Hey, camera, your cheapness is showing. Like, my iPhone picked it up, okay. Not the best, but okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like amber color right now. That's pretty, though. What is it? It was side of a cumulus cloud there. Guess it's doing its job for the price. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some good shots tonight, though. Ooh, there we go. Come on, just give us a good bolt, man. That is all I'm asking for. Just one good bolt at night. Yeah, I hope our camera doesn't go out of focus like it did yesterday. It probably will once the light goes bad. Like whenever the light starts dropping, the camera kind of goes out of focus. There's a lot of storm activity to the east of me, though. Are you guys seeing those flashes? I don't know if you guys can hear the cicadas either. The thing produced a little outflow boundary. A little micro cell that developed over Lakeland there. Are we gonna get that cell here? I doubt we're gonna get it. Yeah, that one little cell that was developing next to me already died out. It's completely gone now. Um, from what you can see, it looks pretty bad. Like very dark clouds. Nah, it's not too bad. They're not even severe warned either. I mean, they have a lot of lightning on them, trust me, but they don't. They're not really severe or anything right now. I'm just waiting for a good bolt just to come through. That bug wanted it. Yeah, I need to do another live stream tonight, guys. We're gonna go live again at 11 p.m. Eastern, so that I can do a weather update for everybody. So we'll be sure to do that for you. There you go. There's a little flash. Well, I didn't see the bolt, but Shell says you'll be there. Sounds good. It'll be good to have you there. Yeah, you see how our camera's starting to go kind of out of focus a little bit? All I want is just one good flash. I mean, these storms are not super far from me either. I mean, they're probably a good 20 miles east of me, maybe. So they're pretty darn close. was pretty. Hopefully we'll get another storm tonight. I don't think we're probably going to get any more here, but I hope that maybe we could get some more. I think I have a cold front coming through here. Hold on. Oh, let me check radar or future radar. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get a cold front coming through soon in the next couple of days. Do I think the storm will be there when I'm live later on? I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, tomorrow there's some storms here according to the HRRR as well. Let me try NAM 3K. There it is. Yeah, apparently there's supposed to be some type of front rolling through here. We might need to take it to NAM. Actually, no, better yet, GFS maybe. Yeah. At least not in the next couple days, it's not supposed to. Oh yeah, look how bad that camera is now. It looks like straight up 90s VHS. Oh jeez. My cheapness camera is showing. Oh jeez. Alright. Well, with that, y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live. But remember, we're going to go live again at 11 p.m. Eastern. So I will be live then to do an update with y'all. So I hope to see you guys there. If you have not already, consider... Oh, there's a little lightning one. If you have not already, consider hitting that subscribe button. And leave a like if you have not already. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much for joining. And hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. If I don't see you later on tonight, have a great day. But we'll see you guys at 11 p.m. Eastern for an update on everything weather-wise. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Whoa. Thank you all for joining, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.